Well, it won't be long now. Children of all ages will be going back to school, but that doesn't mean everything will go back to normal.
Our kids are about to step into a brand new reality, and many of them are not as prepared as you would think. Here's Amy Hockert.
After a year and a half of disruption and uncertainty,
grief upon grief, without relief.
Our kids are about to start the school year with even more disruption and uncertainty.
Schools are not ready, and neither are the adolescents.
Even the kids will tell you if you ask.
I'm so used to being at my bed and not having to interact with people in person and seeing people, which is really weird.
Just being in the hall like that, it just makes me kind of close in on myself, and so that's something that's really scary.
You know, we're pretty emotional teenagers. Everyone in high school is a little, so there's a lot of feelings behind it.
Corey, Allie D, and Allie W are some of the lucky ones. They found support in a local peer outreach group called Treehouse. And they're not alone. Since April of 2020, the number of kids seeking mental health resources in the U.S. has skyrocketed. From April of 2020 to October of 2020, mental health-related emergency visits rose 24% for kids ages 5 to 11 and 31% for kids 12 to 17. And those numbers are still holding steady 1 year later.
We're definitely seeing an increase in anxiety, an increase in depression, an increase in attention too, being able to hold an attention span for a class, a group, a therapy session. Because kids are out of practice.
So what happens when you send all these kids who have been on a 16-month pause developmentally back to school?
Well, I think you're going to see students isolate.
In fact, the message we heard over and over from mental health professionals, we need to anticipate behavioral issues and academic slides, because for most kids, it's not a matter of if, but when.
Some students are going to fall back, they're going to fall behind academically, and unfortunately some of them may even fall behind as far as resources that they might need that they're not getting at home, whether that's food insecurities, other types of supports, social supports that may come from a counselor, or mental health supports because their therapist is someone who's school-based or school-linked.
So how do we bridge some of these gaps? Well, the answer may lie in questions, lots of them.
My hope is that people can engage with more curiosity. Can you tell me what's coming up for you right now? What does it feel like for you to be in school today? I notice your body's getting big. Is there something we can do about that? You know, it's a little bit more of helping kids pay attention to even how they're showing up or what might be coming out for them. They don't have the same brain development and social emotional awareness that adults do about what might even be happening for them.
Corey, Allie D, and Allie W come from different backgrounds, and they have very different experiences. But one thing brought them here, the need to connect. And that, our experts say, will be the biggest challenge for all of us this school year.
Try talking to people. It's so hard at the beginning, but it's so rewarding when you actually, when your friends actually tell you, yeah, I feel the same way. And I'm nervous, but we're gonna both be there at the same time, so you're not gonna be alone,
I just wish, someone told me, don't think about it in the long run. It's really just a day-to-day thing. Sometimes hour to hour, minute to minute, there'd be times where I'd just be watching the clock go by and be like, okay, another minute done, I did it. And you just need to have grace with yourself.
Not many adults take the time to listen to what we have to say, and so I think I sometimes feel bad for telling them that I'm anxious, that I don't feel very comfortable, because I understand that they have a lot on their plates, but also, I deserve a voice at the same time.
Our thanks to those three girls. Now, the biggest takeaway from our therapists is ask kids questions and then resist the urge to steer the conversation. Let the kids talk without judgment or correction. I know easier said than done. And then if the conversation does escalate to anger, take a break and then come back and try to repair that situation. It might mean you owe your kids an apology or vice versa. And then also, when your kids do act out, they say try to get to the bottom of what's causing that behavior and not get too hung up on the behavior itself. Also, adults, ask for help if you need it. Kids will need to see that life is messy and everybody needs help. And then finally, that last one is to laugh a lot. Look for laughter, lighter moments. Laugh together, laugh at yourself. They say there's this actual physical release in our brains and our bodies that happens when we laugh. So try to incorporate some of that as we're sending our kiddos back off this spring.
And making sure the kids don't feel like they're alone, too, that we're in this with them. Mental health resources, though, are stretched so thin right now.
They are. I think many people at home will know people who have waited weeks, months to just get in for a consultation to see somebody. And we asked our therapists, and they said, yes, that is still the case. So it's getting a little bit better now that school is going to be starting. We're hopeful. They're hopeful that it's going to be able to improve.
And I think as parents, we're quick to say, it's going to be fine, you'll be fine, and that's probably not the best.
I went through much harder things when I was a kid, right? But we have to put that all into perspective. And some kids will be fine, but it's the ones who won't that we really want to watch. One thing I want to mention is tomorrow we are actually going to do a Facebook Live with Brandon Jones. He is one of the folks there, a therapist who has been working with kids for many, many years. He's going to do a Facebook Live with us tomorrow at noon. Check our Facebook page. He'll answer any of your questions that you may have, because I'm sure a lot of people still have a ton of questions.
So call in.
Yeah, it's so nice for somebody to make themselves available too.
Yes.
And don't worry, kids, you're not burdening your parents.
And you're not alone.
Yeah.
My goodness, so many kids are going through this.
Yeah. All right, thanks,
Yeah,
Amy. Good conversation.
Yeah.